All right. Good morning, traders. SLP. Very interesting. So I'm going to switch to a 2-minute. Give that a second. It's definitely a possible play. ENTX popping back up. I'm not trading G. See SIL with a bit of a U shape starting to break out here. I'm going to go on SIL. It's a little bit above the U shape, but so we're getting held up at what, 4? We were getting held up at 415. Starting to break up a little bit now. See, at 425 area is going to be a lot of resistance. Good morning, One Life. Good morning, Daniel B. So it's dropped all the way back to 4. We want to see 4 hold. Breaking through 420 right here, up to 425, breaking through 425. Four 30 is a little resistance as well. See if this candle can close over 420. Okay, so we still got some resistance at 425 here. There we go. Oops, started to break through 425. They may have a trend line there. We don't want to see it come back down that low. A little pullback here, but possibly forming a flag. See where this candle closes at. Here we go, breaking through 425. Gotta get through 430. A lot of resistance there at 425. There we go. See, testing at 430 again. Let's see. It's getting pecked at. A lot of sellers out there, but still getting held up at 430. So it looks like we may try to push for, well, yeah, may push for 430 again here. Here we go, breaking over 430. Very nice. 440 is going to be, yeah, 440 is going to be next resistance. That's going to be pretty strong resistance too, but we break through 440. This thing could start going nuts. And it's test, coming up to test now. A little bit of selling at 435. A little bit all over the place at the moment. Getting rejected pretty hard at 440. I am on SEAL, SEEL. See, let me look on this daily chart. Where's this? Oh, that 100 days not even close, so it's got plenty of room to run if it can break up some more. This may be correct. This may be giving up here. We're getting a little bit of a curl over. See if 415 can hold up. Yeah, 415 trying to hold support, but this does look like the old bent fishing rod. I kind of got this downtrend right there as well that we need to see break. This may be done for now. Buyers trying to hold 410 up. No, the market's definitely going to be choppy. Bond yields rose back up to 1.6. And if they keep rising, we're going to see the market drop again. Now, if we can curl back up to 440 here, we may be able to get this breakout over this downtrend. So we can get over 425 right now, though. A lot of sellers at 425 again. There we go. They just got taken out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Here we go. All the way straight up almost to 440. And this downtrend. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. We're getting close to breaking 440. If more buying volume comes in right here, we're going to break it. Buyers trying to push it. Real close. Real close like here. Nice open on that candle, opening above the downtrend. See if buyers start to push it back up. And we're just right on that downtrend. Right at that 440 testing. I think if we test 440 one more time, we're going to break out. Didn't quite get there on that candle. That last candle we did, but we got rejected. Let's see if it can come up one more time. One more test of that 440. Come on. Come on, SEEL. You know you want it. Still kind of getting held up at 430 a little bit. I'd like to see this candle close over 430. I don't know if it's going to or not. It's about to close right now. If this candle can push up to 440, this will be a big engulfing candle, and we will more than likely get a rip here, but it needs to push up to 440. It's just kind of getting smushed at the moment. Let's see, we're getting close. Alright, if it doesn't break, if it can get it back up here and test 440 and it doesn't break, I'm gonna probably lock out. Trying to give it a chance to try to get back up there one more time. So the sellers have moved down to this 433 area because the trend line's right there, the downtrend. So now we need to break through 433 as well. Well, it looks like it wants it, but it is really struggling to break, but it does look like it wants it. Now not so much anymore, not after that drop. I may have to get out here. Let's see if 410 can hold up again. That's support. So far that area is held up. You don't really want it to crack below that. And this is looking ugly. I'm about to have to get out. So we don't want 410 being resistance anymore. We're getting some selling coming in there. This needs to break back over 410 in the next minute. If it doesn't, I'm getting out. A lot of selling coming in at that 410 area now. If we don't get buying to break through it, then this is just going to drop. Yeah, I think this may be done for now. Well, there we go. Starting to push back above 410. If this drops below 4, then that would be no bueno. This needs to come back up right now. This possible uptrend may be starting here. Oh, really starting to crack there. So that uptrend is not an uptrend. Oh, but it looks like I may have held this too long. There's some pretty strong support at 385. Right across there. Yeah, 385 ought to be pretty damn strong. Because it held up 385 most of pre-market there. What are you talking about, Daniel B? Good morning, Michelle. Sorry, guys, I'm looking, just trying to figure out what I want to do here. Trying to get back above 4. I don't really see a good trend line. Getting some decent buying, but looks like we may come down that 385. This 390 can hold up. I'm fixing to put a stop loss in if it holds up here, and just let it maneuver around. Because if you start building, if we can just make a higher low right here, if this can be a new low, you may can see this pop back up. So they got a price target initiated to $14. I'm on a week chart. Let me look at the daily chart. Oh, no wonder 440s. That 440 area is so tough. That's the high of the year. It's trying to break. Well, I would have went about this a little bit differently if I would have had my daily chart up and saw that. I was thinking 440 wasn't going to be a huge deal, but now that I see the daily chart, mistakes may have been made. Alright, 385 is this last little area of support. It needs to hold up. Hmm. Ah, I could buy more at that support, but right now the stock is a little weak, and that 444 area is a lot tougher resistance than I thought it was. So I don't know if it can break that or not. Alright, I'm going to put a stop loss in right below there. me look around, see what else is going on. See if, as long as this can hold up above at 385, it should be alright. Sundial looks like a barcode. NLSP cracking down out of its triangle. Very ugly there. ENTX went straight up, missed that play. Still back above 4 now. That's a decent sign. Got a flag on AMC right here. Looks like it may start cracking down. That just looks ugly. I don't like that either. That's interesting. Timber getting a nice little climb. ITRM looks pretty ugly. I didn't want to get rid of timber. Oh, whatever. Yeah. Blip, blip, blip. Holy hell, why did this drop so far? This, Jesus, what a drop. That's a huge gap down from 170 down to 7 to 16. Man, that's insane. There's a huge gap down. I could see that getting a little dead cat action. See AMC cracking that flag. Seals slowly crept back up to 4. Why did this drop for? I like the little friendly debate about what possibly could happen with this play. I'm starting to push back up a little bit. But it did make a nice bounce off of that strong support at 385. See if it can keep pushing up. There's not a lot of volume on this, but this is such a huge gap down. Seems like a very big discount for this stock. Can't really find any reason why it gapped down so much. Pretty low float as well. And there's like no resistance all the way up until 100 something. This could be a very interesting dead cat. I gotta keep that on watch. Alright, oh, turning around. NTX selling off at the moment. Trying to hold 750. If I could hold 750, I could get a... We got a little trend line starting to form on ENTX. This trend line starts to hold. And it starts pushing back 8 to 8. Oh, this is on a nice trend line. This is a nice little easy trend line. Let's throw that up on the watch list because I like that trend line a lot. Oh, KLS may be about to break out big. KLS broke out big the other day. It's very low float stock here. It's a big triangle. I don't know if I can go. I don't have enough to go 10. Maybe I can go 5. So there's a couple of plays here. Let's see, ENTX is holding up, so I might try to go on ENTX. Yeah, I'm going to go on God damn it, come on. I got 10 there, see if I can grab another 10. There we go. Okay, so I got 20 shares there. Riding up this trend line here. 795. Let me redraw this trend line. There we go. SIL doing? SIL's still at 4. If this breaks back over 8, I think it'll start moving. I'm testing 8 right now. Yeah, there's a lot of sellers there. See if it can break over 8 here. So struggling to break 8, but as long as this trend line holds up, we're good, and this could continue to test that. SCEL is coming back down. See, looks like we're going to try to test 8 one more time here. SPY's dropping though. I can see the SPY's dropping, so we got to be a little cautious. Now, this if it breaks 8 here, there we go. I'm going to say if it breaks 8 and closes above that, that's an engulfing candle. Still getting held up at 8 though. I'm starting to come down. Test this trend line one more time. Big buyer there. Big buyer, about 50,000 shares sitting on the trend line. They're starting to get taken out. The trend line's starting to get weak. That break over getting rejected at 8 there, that's not good. That's why it's starting to sell off. If I give this trend line half a second to come back up. This is looking no bueno right here at the moment. See, SIL's coming back up, so I'm gonna drop a stop loss in here. We're at 731. Drop it like 728. Yeah, okay. Let's pop back over to SIL. SIL coming up to the bottom of the trend line here. Let's see if we get this trend line, this downtrend break, and then maybe let's break over 440. So it got rejected. at the downtrend right there at that 430 area now. So we actually need to break back above 430, and then we need to break 440. So we got double the resistance to try to get through. I just got stopped out on ENTX. Kind of figured that was going to happen with that crack of that trend line. Couldn't break over 8, but let's see what SIL can do here. SIL's trying to do something. Doesn't know what it wants to do yet, but it wants to do something. Pop over and look at the SPY real quick. See what's happening over here. Oh yeah. Little turnaround on the SPY. Yeah, SIL's trying. NLSP, man, there's nothing really on NLSP at the moment. It's below the support. Well, it's actually kind of testing the support. Maybe a possible play there. 550 can hold up. Come on, SIL. Let's get a little frisky. Let's break this downtrend and make some things happen. Let's put the lime in the coconut and twist it all up. We're gonna put the lime in the coconut. Everybody sing it with me. Put the lime in the coconut and twist it all up. Getting close. Trying to break this downtrend right now. Let's see here. Come on. So close. Just needed to push up to 440. Give us a 440 test. Struggling to get above the downtrend though. At this point, we need this to get above that 440. It needs to make a new high here above this 440 area. I'm gonna give it a second here. It's trying to do its thing. It may drop again, but we found a higher low earlier, so if it does start to drop, and actually we found a higher low there as well. Let's see here. Let's see. Trying to break this downtrend. Come on, Sil. You're so close. You're so close. Boy, we got a tug of war. We're bouncing back and forth from 429 to 430. Oh, now we're starting to drop a little bit. See if we can find a new low, a new higher low. And that 415. So we got a few bids stacking at 420. So maybe 420 will be the new low. Alright, let's see on this candle. Let's see if this candle can push above that 430. We wanted to push above that 430 because if not, it's going to start curling over and come back down. I'm getting close. I'm getting close to taking this little profit because it is really struggling to break above the trend line. Look at this on a higher time frame. Actually, on the 15 minute, it looks really good. Yeah, we're about to get on the 15 minute. It looks really good. Well, I think we're about to get another 440 test here. We'll go back to the 2 minute, but real close. Real close to trying to move here. Let's see, we're going to push up to 440 here. I'm going to go ahead and take my stop loss off that I had in there because I'm probably going to lock some out at 440. If we can get there. So a lot of sellers just popped in at 335. Or 435, not 335. Come on, get through that 435. There we go. There we go. Looks like we're going to test this 440. God, real close. Real close. And coming back down again. Like I said, it looked pretty good on the 15. It's just such a tug of war right here. in this area because there is so much resistance, and 444 is the high of year, so it's going to be pretty strong resistance. If we can just get one big buying volume push. We've gotten a lot of sellers out through this, through all of this. But we need a big buying volume push. It's starting to curl down a little bit. So we're going to try to get testing the downtrend again one more time here. And the SPY coming back up a little bit. Come on! You're so close. Ooh, big buyers just came in at 431. Yeah, we're about to make this 440 push. About to test it right in a second. Come on, let's see 440. Oh, we're breaking out. I'm gonna lock 10 out. Alright, so there's 10. See if it can keep running now. Pre-market highs at 465. That's our next area. If it can break, continue to break 440. To just make a new high. But we are above the downtrend now. Breaking up out of this triangle. So close to going on a run. 446 was right at the top of this. That's where it got rejected at. So close. See, there's still a lot of selling at 440 that we got to take out. See, this candle is fixing to close. If this candle can close where it's at, it'd be a pretty strong close. Above 435. Yeah, now if this candle right here pushes above and we get an engulfing candle, we should get a breakout here. It's got to get over 444 to get that engulfing candle breakout. Starting to come back down a little bit. See, 430 was tough resistance. We want to see 430 hold as support, and it's trying to. You can see buyers trying to stack the bid there. 430 can hold up here. Will be good for another 440 test. Let's see. I think we got trend line kind of going here. We do have an uptrend on this as well. Heartache special sauce. One life here at American Airlines. Fun lotto ticket time. So we're coming back up to this 440 again, trying to test again here. See if we can break over. There we go. Oh, woo, close to breaking up over 445. Come on, Sil. Show me some frisk. Let's get frisky in here. Oh, you're so close to getting frisky. You know you want to get frisky. Oh, you know you want to get frisky. Ooh, shit. Big seller at 448. We almost got frisky, and then a huge seller came in and said, nope, no frisk yet. That big seller may take the air out of this. I'm gonna give it a chance still. We're just slowly creeping up. I want to take the downtrend out because we're already through that. We're kind of in a triangle here. Well, we may end up coming back down to the bottom of this uptrend at 411 unless this can break here on the 5 minute. Is kind of making some decent consolidation if it can hold above 430. Check the 15 minute. Yeah, still getting held down at 440. 440 is such a tough area for this stock. On the 5 minute, we're looking like we may start to push. Look back at the 2 minute again here. Oh yeah, nice little curl up starting to happen right at this 440 area. So I think we're getting ready to break. If it can get back above 440, but that little curl's pretty nice looking curl up. Unless it gets ruined right here. This candle's fixing to close. Don't want it to drop too low here. Oh, so now that little curl is not there anymore unless this starts to come up. But it looks like it's going to come back down to the trend line one more time. Yeah, coming back down to the trend line. The definition for the word frisk. Well, you know, it's very possible I could be using it wrong in the sense that I'm using it in. This trend line's pretty much at my entry, so I'm probably fixing to just put a stop loss in. And just let this, see if this can continue to ride up this trend line. We're still not quite in the tip of this triangle yet, so it's a little premature on the breakout. And you see it coming straight back down to the trend line, so that needs to hold up. This stock is a little higher float. I mean, it's not super high float or anything, but 72 million shares. It is moving just a little bit more slower than those 20 and 11 million float stocks. Actually, we should have good support at 410 there. We get a decent little bounce there off of the trend line. That's what we want to see. Recovery play number one is trip. Let's see here. If we crack the trend line, I want to hop out. See if 410 can hold up. And cracking below just a little bit. Oh, we're starting to crack down. We're starting to crack down. I think I'm about to have to hop out of this. It is cracking below the trend line. Let me take a look on the 5 minute. Well, actually, 5 minutes still kind of right on the 397. I'm going to drop a stop loss right there. Give me just a few minutes, guys. I'll be right back. All right, so it's still holding up on the 15-minute on this trend line. I'm not averaging down. I'm holding it because it's not going down, Daniel B. It's building higher lows. This is a low. This is a higher low. And if this holds right here, that's another higher low. So as long as we're making higher lows, we're still moving up in the price action. And it just needs to break 440. Real strong. Now this little triangle could crack, but so far it's holding up. It is Friday though. That is a concern, it being Friday and the market is the market's getting back in that downtrend. Or QQQ is anyway, the NASDAQ is. It's actually back under it now. Let's see where the SPY is at. The SPY is not close to the downtrend, but it is kind of going sideways. Excuse me. Alright, now this is starting to look a little sketchy. Starting to drop below. Four needs to hold up here. Let me go to a 5 minute and see it's closer. Okay, so on the 5 minute is right on the trend line. Still testing the trend line at the moment. Yeah, Orlando's not wrong. I should have took some more profit at the 440 area on that third test, but it was looking like it was going to start breaking. Because right here it got up to 448, and then a ton of like one big huge seller came in right there, and that's what pushed it back down. We'll go back to 2 minute for now. Whoops, not a 15, a 2. There we go. Yeah, so now I can see this. Now I can see this a little closer. We can see it's testing the trend line now. Well, it was testing the trend line. It's off of it right at the second. See if this candle can keep coming up or not. I'm gonna move my stop loss up some. I don't know what mad ass money is. There we go, starting to push back up. So get another little bounce off the trend line. Now this time, if it comes back up and tests 440 and doesn't break, then I'm going to get out. Because this triangle is getting smaller and smaller. We are getting some decent buying starting to come back in here. Yeah, we're still looking pretty good on the 15 minute. I mean, you look at the 15 minute, the buying has outweighed the selling this entire time. So I think we're all right. I think we're gonna test 440 one more time, and that's gonna be the last. It gotta be the last test. Yeah, buyers do get exhausted, and they may start getting exhausted on this because they've been trying and trying. The selling pressure still kept it down. Now we got a little doji star there. We maybe end up coming back down to the trend line. This may be it for it. Needs to break back over 420. It's getting held up at 420. If you guys have any questions, suggestions, or ideas, go ahead and get those in. We'll give the stream about 10-15 more minutes here. This is going to make a move in 10 to 15 minutes at the most. It's either going to drop out of this triangle or it's going to rip up out of it, one of the two, but I would say it's going to happen within the next 15 minutes. I mean, I used to use the VWAP and all that, but like, I'm, I don't really need it. I mean, I'm trading a naked chart, so I mean, I can tell which way the price action is going, and I can see the support without having to see the VWAP or the moving averages or anything like that. We just dojied again right here at 420. Buyers may have gotten exhausted, like Orlando was saying, if it doesn't start really popping over 420 here. There it goes. Oh, no. Volume is getting lighter too, which is a concern. We need to see buying volume start to come back in. You triggered Daniel B. You start talking VWAP, he's gonna go off now. He's a naked chart trader too. He's all about. He don't even use moving averages on the daily chart. So we're getting hung up at this 420 area. This has got to break this 420 area soon, and I'll start holding above it. We are there. We go. We're starting to get a little more buying back in here. Getting held up at 425 though. Boy, this is trying, but it needs to push up. It needs to get over 430. I'm gonna move my stop loss up a little closer to the trend line. No, I don't use RSI either. I've the only reason I would use the RSI is for swing trades or long-term holds, and even then I probably still wouldn't use it. You don't need all of that stuff. Like if you got the RSI up and you're using the VWAP and all the moving averages and all that on an intraday, it's just kind of a lot of mess to be looking at. Because all you need to know is the price action. Like which way is the price action going? The volume and the price action tells you everything you need to know. But if you like using them, every trader's different, so there's nothing wrong with using them. Just me personally, I don't like to have too much on my intraday chart. Yeah, Daniel B doesn't even draw lines like I do. He trades straight price action. So we're coming back up to this 430 area right now. Let's see if we can break over 430. And then I think we'll get this 440 test one more time. You talking about my wife, Daniel B? No, she's not sick. Why do you say that? Come on. Get over that 430. my stop loss up a little higher. What's a piker? A gambler who makes only small bets. Are you referring to me as a piker? Checks out. So it looks like we're going to come back down the trend line and again here. I'm gonna leave this on a 5-minute. I like the way it's looking on the 5-minute. QQQ trying to get back above. It's a downtrend, but with it being Friday and bond yields going back up to 1.6%, if bond yields go to 2%, then the market is going to have a decent sized pullback. Because you're going to see some panic selling. Oh, really? You can't see my chart here or what's going on? That is definitely some bad internet. Unless everybody's having the same problem. But I don't see anybody else saying anything, so. We're testing the trend line. Uh, yeah, 480. 480 is pretty bad quality. I could see that being a problem. Yep, what Daniel B said. That's why I always say I'm not a guru. I am not a master. I am a student just like you guys. And don't buy or sell stocks because I'm buying or selling them. Make your own decisions. think we may. Oh, there we go. Popping up to 430 out of nowhere. Oh, here we go. We may be starting to get frisky. Maybe frisky time. Coming up. Let me go ahead and get this stop loss out and get ready here. Let's see if we're going to break through 640 or not. Or not 640, but 440. Here we go. Breaking through 440. I'm going to go ahead and lock another 10 out. Alright, now I got 30 left. Let's see if this can break out. This would be a triangle break if it can break. We need a strong break of that 440 area. Really, we needed to break over 450 and maybe move up to 465. See, still struggling at that 440. I may get ready to lock it all out here if it doesn't. Start breaking. Let's look at this. Let's look at this on the 5-minute. Giving it a couple of tests here. We're going to test 440 again. Still a lot of sellers there. Let's see if buying volume starts increasing some more. We're getting buying volume starting to increase. See a lot of sellers at 440 still. If we hit 440 on this candle, I think this will be the breakout. Yeah, here we go. Here's the test. A lot of sellers. Are they getting pecked at? Let's see. No, not quite enough buying yet. Close. Very close to breaking. There we go. There we go, starting to break up. Still a lot of selling in this area. There we go. Breaking, about to break through 445, getting real close. There's a lot of sellers there too. We just need one big buying volume push, just one big push to really get this going. $440 starting to hold us some support. If 440 starts holding that support, and then just got taken out there. I was going to say, if 440 starts holding the support, then we ought to see a break. Man, this one's so bad. Well, if we don't push through for a new high a day, the high a day is at 448. Oh, we did. We might have just hit that. No, we didn't. Yeah. So if we don't push through a new high a day here soon over that basically 450 area, then I don't think it's gonna break. But it's starting to push. Here we go. Let's see what 448 looks like this time. We're selling at 447. Yeah, here's all the big sellers at 448. Ton of sellers sitting there. They're still there. So we need to see a big buying volume push to take all of them out. If we can get that buying volume push to take all of them out, should be good to go. But there is a ton of selling at 448. Let's see. It looks like we may try to test it again. Yeah, testing it again. Oh, they're getting taken out. They are getting taken out. Oh, that big position is almost out of here. He's almost out of here. Here we go. Let's see some frisk up to 450. Bunch of sellers at 450. Let's see if they get taken out. Woo, we're getting close. I'm gonna give it a chance. I want to see if it's gonna try to test 450 again. It may not. That may be all it had. Cause it is getting rejected pretty hard. Well, it's not rejected that hard yet, but we need to give it another test. And getting rejected there. I'm probably just going to go ahead and lock the rest of this out. See if the bottom holds up here. If we get a new higher low at 435 area. Yeah. Let's see. Let's take a look at this on the 15-minute again. How we're still looking good on the long-term chart on the 15-minute. I mean, it got rejected again. But still not looking too bad. Now, you don't know if it's a fake out breakout or not. We're still building higher lows. And higher highs for that matter. We're building both. Because there were some highs there at 439, high at 447, and then we just made a new high at 450. So, I mean, we're slowly pushing up. It's not moving super fast, but it is moving up. That's an ugly candle on the 15 minute though. It's almost an inverted hammer. Alright, Orlando, have a good one, buddy. Now let's see if this candle pushes back up. If this candle can push back up to that 440, I mean we are in the tippy tip of this triangle. So it's gonna have to break up real soon. Another push up and break over that 450. But we did just make another higher low. Buyers still coming in. See, it still looks real good on the 15 minute. I mean, we've got way more people buying than selling. The sellers getting taken out at all these levels. See, 425 starts cracking here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put a stop loss for these last shares right there under the trend line in case the trend line does crack here. So that way I'll be out in the green. Gibber, I'm not familiar with PI coin. What's the project name? We may be getting ready to crack the bottom of the triangle here. So we're testing it one more time. If it holds up here, then it's probably going to curl back up and try to hit that, try to test that 440 area, 450 area one last time. Well, this triangle is getting smaller and smaller, so there's not much more of this consolidation. We're almost out of the consolidation, so we're either going to sell off here or we're going to break up. Yeah, that sounds weird. That sounds like a weird project. Because what value does that have? Just mining random coins that aren't even cryptos. I don't know. I'd have to look into that, because without seeing their white paper and what's going on with it, I really have no idea what to tell you about it. Alright, looks like we're getting ready to try to test 440 one more time. Or this may start to crack. Let's see. But we are about to go one direction or the other. Alright, let's see if it's going to come up here and test again. This is going to be the fourth test of this area, so if it doesn't break out this time, and not, when I say breakout, I don't mean a little pop up to 450. I mean we need to see an actual breakout this time out of this triangle up to that pre-market high of 465. And we're coming up right now, so let's see if we get this move or not. Still struggling with 440 a bit, but we did break through it pretty easily. There we go. And you start seeing 440 hold as support. Yeah, 440 starting to hold as support. So now we should see buyers start to come in here. Continue to push this up. There we go, through 445. Trying to come up through 447. Still got decent buying. They're pushing the bid up unless they get taken out here at 444. Here we go. Here we go. We're about to test 450. So yeah, 450 getting taken out. There we go, up to 455. Let's see if the buying volume really pushes in here. We've taken out all the sellers. The only thing left is 465. If buyers can keep pushing it. I'm getting close to locking out here because it is struggling. If it can't hold above 440. $440 needs to hold a support still, because if it doesn't, then it's going to come back down to the trend line and probably crack to the downside at that point. $440 needs to hold up, and we need to test $450 again. It's struggling in that 445 area. This candle's fixing to close. Let's see if it pushes back up to 450 here. There we go. See, breaking through 450. See if we can push for another new high. Struggling here in this 450 area. I'm going to take another 10 off. So now I got 20 left. Whoops. $450 starting to stack bid starting to stack there at 450, trying to build support at 450 now. If buyers see that, they ought to start pouring in here. There we go, pushing back over 450 one more time. Need to see this really start breaking. $450 still trying to build support. Got taken out again, but buyers are trying to hold it. Oh, here we go. Here we go, moving up. Let's see what we look like at that 465. Can we get to that 465? We hit that pre-market high. Here we go. So we look like at 460. Didn't quite get to 460. We're getting real close to having a nice breakout if this can push through that pre-market high. And 450 starting to act as resistance again instead of support. So I think I may go ahead and take the rest of it here. Yeah, I'm gonna take the rest of it here. Alright, so I'm out. So not the most explosive run, and it still could keep climbing, but I don't like the fact that 450 was, oh, now it's going to start pushing back up. I didn't like the fact that 450 was acting as resistance again. But it may try to break out now that I've gotten out of it. Who knows? But I'll take it. Small win. Let's see. What did I lose on ENTX? Yeah, so I lost. So still in the green today, barely by a couple dollars, but that's all right. It's Friday, a choppy market. We'll see what happens Monday. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Y'all have a great rest of your weekend. Now it breaks out. There, now it's okay. All right. Well. But yeah, you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy, stay safe out there. Till next time.